Hi guys, I'm Lana.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn.
And this is the Second Breakfast Club, and today we're doing the underappreciated aspects of RM.
Namjoon.
Right?
Yay, baby.
So, when I was thinking about what to watch for this, to be honest, I kind of almost wish we hadn't done the RM as a leader video, because I feel like that would have been perfect for this.
Mm-hmm.
So we have done that. Go check it out. I'll probably link it to the end. But because we couldn't do something like that, because we've already done it before, Ashlyn and I got to thinking about, like, what is underappreciated about RM outside of, like, the nuance of his leadership ability.
Yeah.
And we landed on a couple things. One involving, like, songwriting, and one being his mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was the first one to come out, I feel like his mixtape is highly underappreciated.
I think so too, yeah.
And especially the mixtape as a whole. Like, everybody knows Joke and Do You, or like anybody who looks up the mixtape, but it's a good mixtape outside of those songs too.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to react to a couple of his songs that we haven't reacted to. We don't see a lot of people reacting to.
Definitely.
And like lyric heavy songs, so we can talk about how he thinks. Yeah?
Yeah. I'm excited. I don't know. As you all know, Namjoon is my bias. And
Her hard bias.
Hardcore.
She's never been bias wrecked.
Not one time. Like, it's fun to say, like, oh, bias wrecker, but like, bias wreckers are like here, and Juna's like way up here.
She stands Namjoon.
Yeah.
Well,
so yeah, we're really looking forward to. I know.
I was gonna say, well, we actually stand Bang PD Nim.
Yeah, we do. Hardcore.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's get into your bias. So we're gonna watch Do You from the mixtape, because it's my favorite lyrically. Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna do Always, which is Ashlyn's. Is it your favorite, or just one that's one of your favorites? Or?
Well, I think it's my favorite in the way that, like, I love how Namjoon like presented the song, like what he talked about before, like dropping this or whatever, or like why he dropped this. It's not in the song, obviously, and I just think it's very like raw and like personable to like our, not only his fears but also like everyone else's like fears and struggles and things that they, you know, work with. And I love that Namjoon was like, you know, like, I was this way before, but look at me now, I've overcome this, you know, like depression and sadness isn't always forever, you know. Yeah. That's what he was like saying.
So it's like
what he said before he dropped this song, you know.
So it's like this is one of your favorite whole package songs. Like everything surrounding it mattered to your appreciation for the song.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And it's a really good song too. So.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with Do You and talk a bit about the mixtape and that song, and then we'll talk more about Always.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Get her done.
So just in case you didn't know, there's swearing in Do You. If you're sensitive to swearing, you're on alert. So, I always try to warn people.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Gosh darn it, I love the lyrics of this song.
I don't know, I love the composition too, you know?
나 세상에서 자기 개발서가 제일 싫어 이렇게 저렇게 하란 개소 니들 다 죽대는 보나 말은 잘 믿어 그러니까 그게 소리들이 bestseller 걔네들이 너에 대해 무엇을 알지 너의 꿈 너의 취미
I feel like this is kind of a bold message for both the world, but especially Korea. The like subtle commentary on pill culture and plastic surgery.
I love how encouraging it is too.
Right?
Like, you're unique, and no one else will be you.
Mm-hmm. You're limited edition.
Yeah.
There's also a bit of like his fashion in here too, which I find, I don't know.
That like kills me.
I love that he brings up skirts for boys.
reset 유행 따라가도 good 손안 달라도 good 그냥 네 주체가 훌 원래 모두 처음부터 맞고 틀린 건 없어서 각자가 좀 다른 boy haters go hate and
My favorite line ever. I sing that so often.
내가 더 내심 심해져줄 듯
It is delightfully encouraging for everyone. It's even saying, you know, well, if you're trendy and like to follow trends, that's fine too.
Yeah.
You see a lot of.
I love his SpongeBob laugh. Oh. I'm like, Bae, you kill it. You slay.
I feel like if you trace RM's development, this was actually a big moment for him in like coming out of how he debuted to becoming who he is now. I also have a little shout out he has in there too of like, so you start following your dreams at 30, like so
So
what?
what? Yeah.
Like there are plenty of adults out there who are behind you. I also love the duck hair.
Dude, I love him.
There you go. So again, lyrically, that's one of my favorite things he's ever done in terms of he's very good at spitting philosophy.
He really is.
You know? And just that opening bit about like I hate bestsellers more than anything else in the entire world. Or like self-help books better than anything, more than anything in the world. Just he had a lot to say there, and I think he did it incredibly well and very inclusively.
And very RM. Like, you know. Like, even though we don't know him, like, I love that. I don't know, I have always imagined him as very, like, considerate of others, but also very, like, this is how I feel, I'm gonna say it. What you know that. What's that word I'm talking about? Not straightforward, but straightforward works.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Or just little things like freedom and self-indulgence aren't the same thing.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? There's, to me, this also feels like some of the beginning bones to Cypher 4. And just that concept of total acceptance and knowing and loving yourself first, so then you can just do you and not sit around judging other people all the time or listening to somebody else telling you what to do all the time. And it surprises me how many people I see actually react to this who don't get all the stuff surrounding the girl being like plastic surgery as almost an epidemic in the world. This, you know, South Korea is known for plastic surgery, or just constantly medicating kids so that they'll fit the mold when, you know, almost all of our great scientists in history had ADHD. Or like, Ashlyn's like,
I have ADHD and I'm going to be a scientist. For the win.
So just like that, accepting your own quirks and not necessarily feeling like you have to fit into the mold.
Yeah.
But also if you want to, that's still
okay.
chill too.
Yeah.
You know, I love that he didn't like diss people who feel more comfortable and safer kind of following trends or following the mold, because there are a lot of people who that is like a safety thing or a comfort thing.
Yeah, definitely.
And just being like, don't judge other people. I don't care what you do. Just don't
do
go slamming somebody else.
Yeah.
You know? The only people he put down in that video were people who just want to sit around and gossip about other people.
Definitely.
So, I don't know. I love that song. I think it deserves a whole lot more attention, and so does the whole mixtape.
I think so too. And let's all just prepare ourselves and our hearts for when he drops his new mixtape.
I know. I'm thrilled he's doing it too, because I genuinely think a lot of ARMY that joined like during Wings era and later don't even know he has a mixtape.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, we keep seeing like new reactors stumbling on old solo covers and mixtape numbers, and they don't even know what they're looking at. I'm like, guys, there was a whole mixtape like before Auguste, like, and before obviously Hope World. Like, I'm finding new ARMY who don't even know about Auguste. I'm like,
new armies, get on it.
so I'm thrilled he gets a chance to pop out a mixtape when they're popular and not when they're still growing. Like this one was what, like 2015?
Mm-hmm.
So like when they're pretty new.
And I
mean, judging by the hair, it's like
I love how
school
much
era.
growth each member did.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm excited to see the growth between this mixtape and the newest one that's going to come out. I'm going to be wrecked.
We're going to have to make you finally do music reviews.
Right.
Once that one drops. Like, go over it song by song or something.
Oh, gosh. My man.
I'm also, because he's very open and honest and philosophical, I'm really interested in how his beliefs have changed between the two. Because you know he's going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, the fact that he has a whole song on his original mixtape kind of about being your own god and atheism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's really raw and honest, and I probably won't touch on it again, but, like, if he's that raw with this song, I wonder how his thoughts have changed about other parts of life or spirituality or anything like that. Because it'd be cool to judge growth now that he's gone from being a struggling artist with mixtape 1 to, like, leader of the new Beatles in mixtape 2. Like, I'm very curious about it, and I'm very excited about it.
Me too. So, this is the song that I kind of chose, per se, because, like I said before, I've really had, like, emotional attachment to it in a way that, like, you know, like, we've been open and honest in the fact that, like, we both struggle with mental health issues, and I feel like nowadays it's more common than not, you know, with social media.
People that have something, yeah.
Yeah, with all the overstimulation and everything that, you know, is in our society today. So I felt like this song was very important for Namjoon to share with us. And he dropped it probably like a year
and a half ago.
Yeah, a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And when he dropped it, like I was saying before, he was saying that, like, I wrote this song a year ago, but I'm dropping it now. Like, I don't want armies to be, like, worried about me. But I want, it's, to me, it almost is like, not the lyrics in the song, because it's really depressing, you know, and really relatable to people who struggle with depression and stuff. But it was almost like a beacon and a hope in the way of, like, I was like this, like, a year and a half, you know, like a year or whatever.
Look how much changed.
And look where I am now. Like, I don't feel this way anymore. Like, you know, there's the darkness, but also, like, when you're drowning, like, you know, just a foot below the surface, like, there's always light right above. And even if you feel like you can't necessarily break through at that moment, the light's never going to go away. And it's always going to be attainable. So never, like, give up, basically. And I found it very inspiring.
Yeah. There also seems to be a bit of a taste then, too, of, like, look how fast things can change.
Yeah.
Like, this was me a year ago. Now look at me literally a year later.
Yeah.
And, like, not always, it's not just things can always get better, but, like, things can change on a dime.
Yeah.
For you. Which is something really important to remember, I think, for people in hard times. You know?
Yeah. And I also think that it's, like, it can quote-unquote change on a dime for you, but Namjoon was always looking for, you know, he wasn't stagnant in his, you know, like, it's, as long as you keep trying and striving to find.
Usually you have to be trying for things to change. Like, things can change fast, but they usually don't change fast if you're not doing anything.
It. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get into this, shall we?
Let's shall.
3, 2, 1, go. Sorry. Like, even just the beat, right?
세상을 이해하기 위해 많이 모자라 날 해하려 하지만 I miss me baby I miss me baby I wish me baby wish I could choose me
I love his voice.
What a powerful line, seeing where they are now. It's a very relatable line.
I don't know why I always choose songs that make me want to cry. I'm not going to cry though.
Because lyrics matter to you. Emotions matter to you.
I feel like it's the best way to convey your feelings. Because you can't always do it vocally, you know? Like,
it's also because stories are powerful. It's much more interesting to know someone's story.
You are tired, but you are dead. Don't listen to me, Dad. Please listen to me, Dad. 왜 이렇게 간절한데
Don't cry.
I'm not.
이러지 않아요.
I see the roots of a lot of his writing in the last 6 months or so in this song. I feel like that song should be set next to C.
Right. And I also really love this song too because not only is I feel like Namjoon underappreciated and his solo projects he does are underappreciated, but so is his singing voice.
Mm-hmm.
He gives me chills. I don't know why.
Because it's very genuine.
It is.
Like, I always tend to get chills from voices that aren't produced to be perfect.
Yeah.
You know, voices that sound like it could be your friend. And like a friend who can sing really well. But you know what I mean? Like, it feels like a real person more than a product.
Relatable, yeah.
Yeah. That's a really powerful song, especially putting it into context of where his life did go.
Definitely. And I think just in general, like, that song is just, like, heart-provoking and, you know, like, I'm sure everybody, you know, whether you have mental health issues or not, wake up and, like, wow, like, I woke up again. Today's another day, and it's always the same, you know?
Yeah, because it's relatable to people with depression, but that song's also really relatable to people trying to be creative for a living.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, why won't it work out for me when I want it this much and I'm putting this much into it? Because, you know, anybody who wants to be like a singer, a writer, a whatever, does a lot of free work before they can get noticed. You know, they talk about overnight sensations, and then you don't realize that it was years of work, even for people who suddenly make it big. Like,
yeah, because, I mean, if you're going to make it big for singing or playing an instrument or writing or whatever, it's not like one day you're like, well, I'm going to play the guitar, let me just pick it up and I'm a pro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's blood, literally, sweat, tears.
Or even just putting into context of when BTS came to do the AMAs and the Billboard Awards last year, you'd find, you know, a lot of American interviewers talking about this group that's blowing up everywhere, almost like they were, like, suddenly big.
Yeah.
And yet we as ARMY sit back and go, this is years of desperate, heartbreaking work.
Yeah.
To now be called, you know, a blow-up sensation or something, you know.
Right. I really like that, in Burn the Stage, that they talked about how, you know, a lot of them almost left or did leave and came back, and, you know, like, it just, I mean, obviously looking at how talented they are, it came with a lot of hard work.
Yeah, they all had a lot of reasons and a lot of chances and a lot of legitimate reasons to leave before they got big at all. Like, I can't imagine because I've kind of done it, but it's hard for me to think of, like, Suga training for 3 years before the group even would debut, and then it would be, like, 2 more years of struggling as a debut artist before they even got a win.
Yeah.
Like, that's legitimately 5 to 6 years of his life, without counting all the time he's producing solo work, when he probably thought every day, this isn't going to go anywhere. And same with RM, you know. I don't know entirely what went down. None of us do or will know, but when he's prepping for debut and then a bunch of the other members become producers or leave, how did that feel?
Right.
You know, did he think that anything was going to happen when suddenly he's the only member left? You know?
Well, I think being put in that situation just proves what a leader he is, because he basically handpicked every member.
Yeah. Well, and this is...
in BTS.
It also proves his determination.
Yeah.
Right? He was going to make it happen.
Yeah.
But as you see in this song and others, that was a lot of despair-filled days where
you're constantly questioning yourself, like, who am I? Like, what is this life? Like,
even with that drive that makes something great, there's going to be more days where you falter than when you're confident.
Definitely.
You just know you can't do anything else, right? Like, if you're creative, a lot of times you literally can't do anything else. You're just not happy or good at anything else. But even in terms of, like, depression, it's like, well, what else can you do but wake up? You know? I found it really relatable when he was talking not about suicide. He was like, I wish someone would kill me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do this myself, but I don't want to be alive. You know? I kind of wish somebody else would just take me out. I don't know. Very relatable and very... I know it was his intention when he released it, but, like, inspiring.
Yeah.
In a way. You know?
I treasure this song.
Right? It gets better in the most extreme way, you know? You never know. You just keep pushing. You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Like I keep telling Ashlyn, you never ever know what's going to happen. Ever. Anything can happen.
Lana's psychotic is what is going to happen. She's going to be in a loony bin and she's going to be begging me to, like, go to film videos for the channel.
That's what they said about RM.
Okay, different context. Totally different context.
I'm hyper hopeful about things because I have to be. So yeah, write about in the comments what you think RM's underappreciated aspects are. There's plenty of them, and I mean, we could have go and watch our video on RM as a leader, because I think that's like another whole half of what we think about things that are underappreciated about him.
Definitely. I also think it's super huge. Like, we all have our biases, and yes, Namjoon's my bias, but we love and adore each member. So please, nobody sleep on anyone. Don't sleep on Namjoon. Like, he is so talented, and he does so freaking much. And, like, lyrically,
there's literally no BTS without Namjoon.
Exactly. So just remember to, you know, even if you guys love V and Jimin and Jungkook and stuff, always remember and be like, you know what, Namjoon, you a BA. You BA. You know?
Yes.
So, yep.
Let's comment. Let's love. Remember to always comment like BTS is watching and
always.
Be kind with each other.
Yes.
So until next time,
live long and prosper.
Also, like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye.